Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Welcome to this brand new episode of Another City Opinion Podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Brian. Let's jump in there. Well, let's start off. Happy New Year's to the world. Our last episode we filmed, well, the last regular form episode we filmed was because we filmed Nigga We Made It. So technically that's the ASO episode. And that's not like the usual format that we usually do. So, this is our first episode of the new year. Our last episode was basically closer to Christmas time ish. It was like it was that Friday before Christmas. That was our last like episode. How we shoot this episode right now. It was that Friday before Christmas, and we filmed Nigga We Made It Part 3, and now we're back to how we usually do it. Just me and Bree just talking our shit about some topics that's going on in the world. But Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everyone entered the new year on a positive note, and just positive wishes to everyone throughout 2023. 2022 was it has some turmoil and some shit happened, but wishing everyone a positive 2023. But unfortunately, we're gonna start this episode with some, sad news. Unfortunately, hip hop took another loss. One of the original members of 3 6 Mafia, Gangster Boo, was found dead in one of her friends' homes. I don't know if they have details of what happened, and we'll keep you updated when more details are released. But my condolences to her loved ones and her family. But she's part of 3 6 Mafia. And, 3 6 Mafia has had its hand on hip hop, especially Southern hip hop. They are a big part of the hip hop culture, and hip hop as a whole took a loss, and it's unfortunate, sad news. But RIP to her, and condolences to her loved ones and family members. Now we are going to transition to a horrible trend. I don't know why social media. It's been something that's always happened in social media. Social media, because it predates the TikTok, and it's always, I don't know whose idea it was, or who thought it was cool, who thought it was fun, but why are they always trying to kill celebrities off? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, why do people always want to do celebrity death hoax? Like, I don't understand the thrill in like telling or putting like bad juju on someone, because it's like saying, oh, you say such and such celebrity's dead, he not dead, and then within hours the shit you sent, some shit happens, like you wished it on the person. I don't know, like you inadvertently wished it on them, but it's a terrible trend. And why are we talking about this? Angela Bassett's son was at a dinner with Angela Bassett. Oh, I can't think of the father's name at the moment, but he's also an actor as well. They're both actors and actresses. I just can't think of his name at the moment, but he was at dinner with both of them, and I guess I don't know if they was getting ready to leave or somewhat. He records them, and while he's recording them, he just tells them, "Oh shit, they said Michael B. Jordan is dead at 35." I don't I don't understand the trend. I don't get what's the thrill in it. I don't, what I'm trying to say. Obviously, after he posted the video, he apologized and whatnot. I don't know the age of the son, because maybe, we talk about ages, you can give somewhat leeway when we talk ages, but as we talk, I'm gonna look up the age of the son. But still, either way, like, what makes it so? Bree, what you think? Why do you think people do trends like this? Like, What do you think?
I mean, these kind of trends have always it's always happened, but not as frequent. It's never been a trend. It's just been something where something happens to somebody. Usually that's how it works. Something happens to somebody who's famous, and they usually be like, "Oh, that person is dead." When that person, because they did it for DMX as well. When he like went into like the cardiac arrest, they was already saying he was dead before the family even announced that he was like in any condition, if you remember.
Yeah, but I think
I mean,
I'll say that one's a little different. That's just that I think that's more of like people trying to be like ahead of the news and
but that's what I'm saying. In our time, that's what it usually was. It was the concept of people basically getting like in the hospital, even for minor injuries, and people saying like, "Oh, that person is dead." So my whole thing is, it's always been a trend. If the person is sick or something, right, to just say he's dead. But
the son is 16 years old.
right, but my only problem with this is that age doesn't play a part in wishing death on anybody, right? So these kids who are, and it's a big trend. It's like I've seen videos of them saying Cher died, or so you're supposed to mention the parent's favorite actor or actress or musician, right? So the trend is you mention someone that you know your parent loves,
If that they'll react
and you say right, and you say that person is dead. So my whole thing is, I think the reason why he had to go and apologize is because Michael B. Jordan and Angela Bassett has this like mother and son relationship because of Black Panther and because of losing Chad Boseman,
Boseman.
Right. Because of that, it became like this thing where they have have filled or made a relationship, to say. And so he knew it was gonna hit hard. But those kind of jokes is not funny when the person you have an actual relationship with them, because
As I say, his mother actually has a relationship, and she has a relationship and a working relationship. So they work together, and they obviously created like a natural relationship after working together. So it's like, because it seemed like she reacted like if you watch the video, it was like she was like, "Wait, what?" But it's like damn. But but like you said, it's usually that. But there's also been like it's like back in like the early Twitter days, people was doing death hoax all the time. They was doing
right.
like
I just feel like this is just the dumbest trend I've seen yet so far from, because when we were younger, Facebook, even Instagram, well, we didn't have Instagram really. MySpace really wasn't big on like doing these type of trends. And so seeing these type of trends now is like disgusting in a sense, because like these people just don't care. Like these kids do not care.
yeah.
And so
I just don't see what the thrill is in it. Like I don't see the thrill in. There's nothing wrong with a little prank. You know what I'm trying to say? There's nothing wrong with pranking your parents and whatnot. No, I'm just saying, just
I
pranks in
feel like
general.
once we no, because I don't, this is the thing. Once we open the door to pranks and all that other stuff on social media, these are why these couples now are like getting so much money, because they prank each other. Like I personally don't like trends on Instagram and Facebook because of this. People take it, people take it just way too far, and then it just now it becomes annoying. Now it becomes y'all doing this for clout.
Because I say pranks because it's like I'm talking about this specific one where like the son. I know he's younger or whatnot. He does as a prank, but it's like after you tell her that and then you tell her, oh no, I'm just playing. Like what reaction you like? You know what I'm trying to say? That's something that any natural reaction, like you don't play like that. Like
right.
Why would you say that? You don't play like that. That's something you don't play with. That's what I'm saying. So it's like as a prank, it's not even funny that because the reaction.
don't play with me like that, and don't wish death on nobody's life just to prank me.
Yeah,
So
just
don't
just to get
do
a
that.
reaction out. You know what I'm trying to say? Just to get a
Right.
reaction. It's
Yeah. Like, let's
like
not do that. Do not.
like I know certain people who like feel away when certain celebrities die. They're like, it is what it is. They just a celebrity, thing. But some people have connections and stuff to celebrities. So some people will have more like the different reactions. Everyone has different reactions. This is how life goes. But it's like if his mom would have started bawling out, like crying, and like went into like a hysterical episode, like what the fuck? And then after all, like in the midst of all that, you just said, "Nah, I was just playing." I don't. That's what I'm saying. I just don't understand the game or the prank. If you want to prank, just do something like no trying to.
I told everybody, don't prank for me because everybody knows I love Beyonce. So I said, oh, we're gonna no, don't play with me like that. Don't wish that on Beyonce. Don't come for her. You might get your ass beat. So just don't do that shit around me. That shit ain't cool.
That's what I say. I just don't comprehend. Like, I don't even like certain pranks. You can see it's like, oh no, that's like funny. I can see why they did certain pranks, but that little prank trend, whatever you want to call it, is like I don't see any like amusement out of it, like at all. Like, it's like, why would you do that? Why would you play like that? Like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
was
I'm
your
not
sole
with it.
purpose? What reaction did you want? Like, what reaction did you want out of that?
See, but with me, the reaction you might get after you say it's a prank, you might get slapped.
Depending on the person, that is true.
Right.
Depending
Like,
on who you tell that to,
I'm just being honest. Don't
that's true though.
the
Depending on
because
the person, you tell them y'all just playing, and they be like, you don't play like that, and then that's a life
right,
lesson right there. When
right.
they put hands
Because
on you for
now,
playing like that, and then it's
right.
like a whole nother thing. It's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have played. But like I said, I'm not wishing harm on nobody. But certain things you can't do with certain people. I'm not saying no, but
Certain things you
that's
can't do with anybody. I feel like these are type of pranks you shouldn't be doing with anybody. You shouldn't feel
oh, I
that
totally
comfortable
agree. Yeah, I'm saying
to
I
do
totally
with
agree.
anybody.
This
Okay.
this, this is something that
And
should be out.
I just and that's why I said I hate these TikTok and Instagram trends, Johnny, because they take it a bit overboard and now you putting people in graves. And it's not just the amount of videos that have come out with this. Like I'm telling you, it's about 20 to 30 videos I've seen in one day of kids doing this to their parents. Like that shit's not funny. That shit's not funny. It's not funny to me. Well, personally, it's not funny. And I'm pretty sure it ain't funny to these parents. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not cute.
I understand some people have dark humor, but not everybody has that in them. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I don't think nobody has that type of dark humor. And if you do,
oh, you'd be surprised.
and
You'd
if
be surprised.
none of the parents that I've seen when they be like, "Oh, it's a prank," do they laugh or anything? Like these parents have really been wanting to beat their kids' ass. And I want you to know, I'll
Yeah,
be the
that's
one to
it.
beat their ass
But
for.
that to me sounds like a legit reaction because at the end of the day, it's like, why are you playing like that? In my view of it, like, is why are you playing like that?
Yeah, I'm not the one.
But horrible
Don't do it to
trend,
me.
horrible trend. Come on,
And I'm
kids,
happy, and I'm
you gotta do
happy
better.
Angela Bassett, and I'm happy that his father made him apologize for putting Michael B. Jordan in the grave, especially right after they lost Chad because they were best friends, and it just doesn't sit right with me. So,
Well, I'm pretty sure he hopefully learned his lesson, but I still don't understand and just stay away from trends like that. I don't know what what's appealing to it to make me want to do it. Just stay away from that. It makes no sense to do it. There's no humor in it to me, and there's no amusement. Just leave it be and let it rest. Let it go away. But unfortunately, I don't think it ain't gonna go nowhere. It's gonna continue and it's just gonna vary. It's just gonna go up and down, and we'll hear more stupid shit like this throughout the rest of these years. But now we're going to transition to the blasphemy. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't bought an Arizona in a minute, but for me to walk into the store and try to buy Arizona, and they talking about 125 for Arizona. You know how wild that is? I haven't bought
So
Arizona in a minute. It's been a
so
while.
let me
It's been a
cut you
while.
off, Johnny. Let me
Mhm.
cut you off because
Mhm.
my coworker went to the store in Yonkers, right? And she bought an Arizona,
Mhm.
and the Arizona in Yonkers is still
99 cents? Well, I guess it's a matter of the regions. I don't know.
so. I was confused. I was baffled. So I'm like, she's fucking playing. So we have a store right next to
Mhm.
my job, and I was like, I'm gonna go in the store and I'm gonna see for myself. John is 99 cents in Yonkers.
Well, so
So I came home. I told Devin. He like, so now we gotta travel to Yonkers to get Arizona. And so, listen, I just feel like people feel betrayed because the guy said he wasn't gonna raise the prices, and then he went behind your backs
yeah,
and he
CEO
raised the
said he
prices.
swore he was gonna keep the price 99 cents for as long as they can.
But
I just
guys,
googled it
come
real quick.
on.
I just googled it real quick, but it was an article from October. He swore they're gonna try to keep it at 99 cents for as long as possible.
Guys, we gotta be considerate of business people's pockets too, and everything is going up. You pay Johnny $1.75 for Sprite or Pepsi. Why can't you pay $1.25 for Arizona?
Hold on, it's not the same thing because soda prices went. No, listen, soda prices went up, and I remember when sodas used to be $1, then it went to
Right.
$1.25. Then I witnessed the 20-ounce sodas gradual from going to $1 to wherever it is right now. It's probably close to $2 for a 20-ounce.
Right.
Right now,
But
it's
what I'm saying is you buy it, Johnny.
no, yeah, but listen. I understand that. Bree.
Okay.
But as that was happening, the Arizona stayed consistent. It didn't change up on us.
But that's what I'm saying to you. So now that it had to change, you shouldn't be mad because if you pay, and it's still cheaper than the 20-ounce Pepsi that you buy.
At 125, yes, it is.
So that's what I'm saying. How mad can you possibly be if you going in the store buying a dollar? Let me finish because yo ass, you buy soda constantly. So my thing is, yes, you do. You in your house love soda, okay?
Yes, but I don't be buying 20
okay.
ounces.
So what do you buy?
2 liter. You know what's crazy? Prices is ridiculous.
When I was going to school with you, Johnny, you was buying 2 liters. So not 2 liters, 20 ounces. So it's
That's
hard for me to.
I used to always go to the vending machine. That's a fact. Right during class, go to the vending machine.
Right.
Get a soda and go to class. I used to do that all the time. That's a fact.
I remember having 2 classes with your ad. So with that being said, what I'm saying to you is you go to the store and buy a 22-ounce Pepsi for $1.75, but you complaining about $1.25 for Arizona, which is still cheaper than a Pepsi or Sprite if you choose to buy the Arizona. Like they didn't raise the prices where it was like, damn.
Well, that's damn. To me, that's damn.
Johnny, it's not. It's not damn. That's not a damn.
That's damn.
No, but let me explain why that's not a damn. Because it went from $99 to $1.25. Y'all acting like it went from 99 cents to $2. Like
that's how it is. From 99 cents to $1.25 is like going up $2.
It's not going up like $2. It's not going up $2. Yeah, you over exaggerating.
Technically, I'm not.
No,
everything. Yes, you are correct. But that's how us Arizona fans feel. Prices go. Listen, I haven't bought Arizona.
I don't like Arizona. I hate Arizona. I hate Arizona with a passion. I think that's the most nastiest shit ever. Even as a kid, I hated Arizona. I think Arizona is nasty as fuck. But with that being said, y'all who complaining will go to the store and buy a 175 Pepsi and Sprite. But for Arizona, y'all complaining for $1.25. Y'all better get y'all shit.
I explained it as I told you. There was a point in our lives where those 20-ounce sodas was $1.
Okay, and look how far they raised it. Look how much they raised it, and you still support their dumbasses.
But the difference is, I'm telling you, the difference is, it wasn't like it just happens like the prices went up. But I'm trying to tell you, as those prices was going up, Arizona stayed the same. So the gap between a price change from Arizona and the sodas is different because the sodas change like every few years. And soda prices was going up like every few years. So it went up every few years. So it's something you expected. It's like the Metro card going up. You expect it because every few years it goes up. But the Arizona, not the Arizona, that shit stayed the same. Majority of our lives on this shit, it stayed the same. Leave our Arizonas alone. But listen, you said it's still 99 cents in Yonkers. I haven't personally went and bought an Arizona in a while, so I haven't physically seen the price change.
All right, so
we've been told.
I mean, you live on the island. You live on the island. Go to your local store. Yeah, I'm
definitely gonna check the deli
and see if the ox are selling it for $1.25.
That shit is $1.25. I might have a heart attack. I might have a heart attack.
Listen, my husband said he's never gonna support Arizona again. I mean, y'all taking this too far for me.
I'm on the same page with Dev. Me and Dev is on the same page. You can't do that to us. Arizona has been consistently 99 cents our whole life. You can't. 125, that don't sound right. 99 cents.
Over exaggerators. But
like I said, I haven't bought an Arizona in a minute. Physically, I haven't seen the price, but there's speculation that the price is 125, so that's what we're talking about. Hopefully, it's certain places it might have went up, and certain places it didn't. But leave Arizona's alone. Leave that drink alone, please. But we're going to transition to a controversial story that we said we was going to keep y'all posted on. Obviously, we shot the yearly recap, and I think we touched on it a little bit, but we didn't really touch on it because we did like a whole recap of the year. But since we're back in like our regularly formatted show, we're going to touch on it. We said we was going to cover the Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez case. And the case is officially over. My prediction was totally off. I thought this shit was going to be done by summertime. That shit literally ended, December? Yeah, literally right before Christmas. That case ended literally right before Christmas. And they found Tory Lanez guilty on all 3 charges that he was facing. He was found guilty. And his sentencing is scheduled for the 27th of this month, January 27th of 2023, where he'll be facing the possibility of 20 years in prison. So, with all that being said, do you think the court, you think they got it right? Based off everything they've been sharing, all the misinformation and narrative switches and the facts and all the testimony that we covered that was going on, you know what I'm trying to say? We talked about how there was funny testimony, there was bringing Meg's sex life into question, and you got a witness talking about he's seen a midget shooting a shot, and we had all types of funny details coming out this court case. You think overall that the court case, that they got it right? Or you still not sure? Based on everything that was said, you're still not 100% sure what happened that night?
I mean, so this is where the conflict comes in for a lot of people, right? Because a lot of people want to say that Tory's still not guilty of this crime, and they don't feel like he did anything wrong, and he don't deserve to be in jail. But then you have other people who believe in the system, and they, they've been saying you're not guilty to, innocent to proven guilty. And so because of that, you have these moments where I personally, I'm just in the moment where it's like, I still don't believe he did it. I don't believe he shot her. I believe he shot at the ground. I don't believe he shot her. But a lot of these.
You don't believe you don't believe he shot her intentionally, but he might have shot her by accident.
Right. And so I guess
so bad.
But I mean, and that's the thing. A lot of these charges are not that he shot her. It's possession of an illegal weapon and all this other stuff. Stuff that
I think it was assault. It was assault.
Right, but it's not shooting someone or like.
No, if you shoot someone, you can get assault with a deadly weapon. That still count. Like, it's because where he shot her at. So it's not like if he would have shot her. If she would have got shot a little more higher, it would have been more of a attempted murder.
What I'm saying is a lot of the charges are, is the which it's having an illegal weapon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just, and you know what's funny? We haven't heard from her. So since,
but
the guilty charge has.
But you know what's crazy? Like I was telling people, like when all that shit happened, she wasn't really speaking either. You know what I'm trying to say? She wasn't speaking when that shit happened. She wasn't speaking. A lot of stuff was happening in the news and narrative that it made her come out and make her statement. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
She was just, doing her own thing. She didn't say nothing. People was trying to figure out, like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like, people was trying to figure it out.
I think what made him even look more guilty to me, Johnny, was when he did the phone call saying he's sorry. And I'm just like...
Yeah, the jail call. You can look at the jail call as, was it too incriminating, but somewhat incriminating? You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Like certain terms that he said, it wasn't like you could say, oh, he's guilty, but then it's like certain terms that he said was like, what is he talking about? Like when he said, yo, if I wasn't drunk, I would have never did no shit like that. Obviously, that could literally be anything, but since what events occurred, one would assume he's talking about the actual shooting, you know what I'm trying to say? Because technically it can mean anything, you know what I'm trying to say? It could that term can mean anything, but it's just like with everything that's going on and what is being speculated what happened, you say, yo, I ain't never do. If I was drunk, I would have never. If I wasn't drunk, I would never do no shit like that. It's like, what are you talking about? No, certain shit he said was like, was it too incriminating, but was incriminating at the same time. And then I think what really, I think that jail call didn't do him no justice, and the fact that the friend that was there, I think her name was Kelsey, she went and testified and switched her whole testimony, and then the prosecutors actually got to get her actual, don't try to say, statement that she made that night when she spoke to police, like what she initially said. I think that also kind of that was another thing that didn't bode well for him, was like they actually got what she really said. Her initial, he was the one who shot, because that's what she said. She said he shot Tory, that Tory shot Meg, in her initial statement to the prosecutor. And the fact that they got that recording played in court, I think that didn't help his case at all. It seemed like there could have been a possible case where you could have thought someone else might have shot her. But I guess it was just, there were certain witnesses that said they seen Tory shooting. Some say they seen him shooting in the air, not at anyone, but they seen him shooting. So maybe the fact that someone testified to him actually shooting the gun leaned the jury one way, like, oh, he shot the gun, so maybe he did shoot her.
Right.
I don't know. I would say it was one of the more crazy, like, obviously this is real life people dealing with a real life situation, but like the way people was covering it and like the coverage that it got like an entertainment aspect out of
It
it.
did.
You know what I'm
It
trying to say?
did.
So like the way it was covered, it was entertaining. Like, you know, like how we talked about and joked about the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case, where it was like the way it was all that case was also covered. It was like there was like an entertainment aspect of it. There was like videos coming out where people was joking about it, and you know, people poke fun and made fun of the shit. I feel like certain instances in this Tory Lanez and Meg case, people made fun of. Obviously, after his guilty verdict, his father went on the rant. I'm pretty sure people had a field day with his rant. His father basically blaming Rock Nation, saying his son's
Yeah,
innocent.
I didn't understand that Rock Nation shit. Like, what does that have to do with anything with what you did? Like,
They technically represent they represent Meg. They like management to Meg or whatnot. They represent Meg or whatnot. I don't know what role they played in this case. I don't have intimate knowledge. I don't know what role they played, but I think people want to blame them as a scapegoat to like what transpired, because I don't think I think it was based off like the jail call, the initial the 80-minute interview she did with the prosecutor where Kelsey said I think certain shit that was testified in court played a role in Tory Lanez being convicted. Obviously, there were certain things that was in his favor, but I guess it didn't. I guess the shit that was testified in court or was proven in court versus the shit that went against him, just the shit that went against him outweighed the shit that was for him just a little bit more, and that's what got him, convicted.
convicted.
But because there was because they did say his DNA wasn't never found on the gun. Like no, like obviously like that. His DNA wasn't found on the gun, and it was like certain other things. Then one witness testified they seen a woman shoot first. So there was like there was a mixture of things in this court case that was testified, but this court case went longer than I expected. But it finally came into technically did come to a conclusion, but it will ultimately come to an end when when he is sentenced, and we'll keep y'all updated with the sentencing and see what happens, how many years he faces, what they're gonna give him. But that's when it officially comes to an end. But for the most part, the whole trial and the circus and the coverage of that whole trial and everything that took place with that is officially over. Now we have one last appointment or one last date is the sentencing. Obviously, Tory Lanez is going to appeal, and he's probably going to have an ongoing legal battle for years to come. But we'll give you an update when he's sentenced on January 27th of 2023. You think he getting the minimum, or you think they're giving him the max?
Thinking they giving him the max. That's just my opinion.
It's possible. Like they could give him the max if they choose to.
But like they trying to make an example out of him, so they're gonna give him the max.
Well, unfortunately, one drunk night turned into something what it turned into, but that's but it is what it is, I know a lot of people don't agree with the verdict. Some people agree with it. There's still a group like a split within the population. There's a whole bunch of people that are saying, screaming free Tory, Tory's innocent. And there's like a whole bunch of people saying like, oh, Meg wasn't lying, protect Black women. She was telling the truth from the jump. So we have like a very split. There's like a split in between with this court case. They got Tory Lanez got the people that's riding for him, and then Meg got the people that's riding for her.
And for her, right?
But we'll see how this plays out. Is one last thing to go in this court in this thing, but we'll see what happens at sentencing. Now we are going to transition to another arrest. But what makes this arrest interesting is when it took place, his team basically denied it and said it didn't happen. But in his end of the year review, Drake revealed he got arrested. And then, the footage came out of him getting arrested. I don't know if the details came out, but his team, when the shit happened, because it happened months ago, it didn't. Like when I first seen like the clip, I thought that shit just happened. Like, damn, they just arrested Drake. What the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck Drake do? But it was like a recap. He was recapping his year. Wait, he revealed he got arrested. I don't understand why at the time he got arrested, they try to say he didn't get arrested. You know what I'm trying to say? Because eventually, it would have came out eventually because it obviously there was footage of it. But overall, you think he should have, even when it happened, you think when it happened, they should have just been truthful and said it, or
Hell no.
or
They had if
think,
they could hide it, and they listen, they did a great job hiding that, and so he was ready to let people know. That's dope because a lot of people can't do that as like, especially in the like fame that Drake is at, to hide that he got arrested, and not have the video shown until he was ready. That's actually dope as fuck. Shit, if I was
so your opponent's like, yeah, fuck it. He's like, yeah, I got arrested, but yeah, that's something that just happened to me. You know, I was still living my best life, but yeah.
right,
So
it's not like the charges. It doesn't look like the charges stood. So
probably some minor shit. You know what I'm trying to say? They usually arrest rappers for some minor shit. You know.
if he, I'm surprised he can hide that shit. Whoever's his PR team, kudos to you, motherfuckers, because that shit. I mean, the fact that you guys said there was no arrest, and then he comes out and released the video. Kudos to you, motherfuckers, for hiding that shit.
Showing that he was arrested. It's like
that shit is dope to me. Kudos to you guys. I mean, you know, this is why Drake got the big monies. This is why. I mean, his PR team is the shit. Like, let's be honest, Johnny. What the PR team? Listen, Kanye's PR team can't even find him, and we all know he's missing. I mean, they can't even fucking hide that Kanye's missing. Like, how you can't hide a missing person? Listen,
he knows where he's at. He's chilling. He's
right. He's missing from the world. Listen, I'm just saying the fact that Drake's team can hide this type of, you know, secret. Kudos to them. I'm more impressed with the PR team than I am with the fact that he released that he was arrested. And fuck the arrest. I don't give a shit about that. It looked like it was, that shit at first looked staged. And I'm like, is this shit staged? And then like when he was like, that really happened. I'm like, damn, but the PR team said that never happened. And we believed them. Kudos to the PR team. I need a PR team like that. Where can I get one of them?
But no.
Well, you know what? Kanye needs to call Drake PR team. Now that they friends, Kanye needs to call Drake PR team because they on point. I mean, I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, it was true. You gonna tell me you wasn't shocked? I was shocked. I was like, what? They lied to us? Then I was like, oh, makes sense. Makes sense. I'm just saying, kudos to them.
Well, you know, we'll keep that topic short.
But I would like to know if, you know, the PR team can release why Drake got arrested. I just want to know why he got arrested and why that shit looks so fake. If the PR team could have just let us know why he got arrested.
Maybe they announced it. Let me see.
I don't think they announced it yet. But when they do, I'm gonna be excited. Because nobody else want to know why he got arrested? Is it just me? Was it because he didn't give Adonis candy?
Oh, marijuana. The rumor was marijuana related charges while partying in the club. Yeah, it's a minor shit. But you know, not every country takes that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we say minor shit.
Yeah, you say minor shit. I didn't say minor shit.
I said no. I'm saying minor shit.
Look what happened in Russia.
I'm saying minor shit, but every country don't play don't play with certain shit. So I'm saying minor shit, but they might take that shit really serious. So I'm not trying to downplay the country, you know. But But overall, if that was America, you'd be like, oh, they really they was trying to think, but different countries go by different rules, so it is what it is.
Shout out to Drake's PR team, man. Y'all the real goat. I know y'all must get paid the big bucks. Shout out to them.
But now we're going to transition to a little more controversy. It seems one of the actors who have been he's been killing it lately in Hollywood. He seemed to catch some type of controversy where he proposed to obviously proposed to his woman. He got engaged, and in the midst of his engagement, there's a woman claiming that he's the father of her child, and he's trying to keep it secret, and he hasn't really been there for the child, and so it's basically in the midst of the positive, he has this going on. What's your overall thoughts on that whole situation?
Felt like I was in the Tristan and Chloe's moment. I really did though. I don't know. Any man who hires their child or their offspring, to me is a douchebag. But again, there's no DNA test has been proven that this is his kid. There's nothing that says that it is. So I mean, we have to patiently wait until the DNA test and everything comes back, because sometimes these women be lying. Like, you can say it's his all you want, that doesn't make it his. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's speculation because never has been confirmed. It hasn't been confirmed. Oh yeah, but it's just obviously, and it came in the midst of it's all speculation and rumors.
Right.
We don't know if it's
we don't know nothing.
It's just in the midst of him in a happy moment that comes out.
That's what makes it tricky too, because you don't say nothing before he gets engaged. You don't say nothing prior to the engagement, but the minute he gets engaged, now you have his baby and shit. Like, what? That's what I don't like. I'm just saying, that's what I don't like. You wait to purposely wait. You wait till he's in a marriage or in a relationship, and then now you want to come out and say this shit. It just seems like it's all for clout. So
yeah, because he proposed to his girlfriend, and the next day the woman came out with her story.
Yeah, it just seemed like.
Listen, it's all speculation. Could it be true? Possibly. Could it be false? That's also possible. You know what I'm saying? We live in a world.
I'm just saying it looks kind of weird when you wait until this man, right?
If it would have been looked at a little differently if he didn't propose to his girl and you just came out with the news. You know what I'm trying to say? It's but the fact that he did that, then you came out, But like I said, it's all speculation. I don't know how true her claims may be. Her claims may be true, may not be true. But it's just I don't know. It's what I'll say is not the best way to end the year. Not the best way to end the year. But I don't know. So it's always something in this world, right? We try to do something good, some bad shit always comes to it. But if he is, if he happens to be the father of the child, he also has to do better. You know what I'm trying to say? That is his kid. That's all speculation. We don't know. But because she basically said he don't spend no time with the kid at all. What?
Maybe he thought that wasn't his kid.
Well, that's possible. That is all possible. But wish everyone the best. Like I said, 2023, positivity to everyone. Positivity and positive energy for everyone. But that situation looks like, might we'll
Certain people.
we'll keep focus, or we'll pay attention to it and see how that transpires, and we'll
Certain people.
talk about it with some episodes. Positive energy to all. Positive energy to all.
Certain people.
Some people need it. Some people don't know they need it, but positive energy.
Certain people.
It's okay. Now we are going to transition to a statement made by Nia Long. Nia Long says the term calling black lead films black movies are harmful. Agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Disagree?
Yeah.
And why disagree?
I don't think we ever gonna be accepted into the white universe. So why not have our separate movies and stuff like that? Why not have our leading movies and our leading roles the same way they do it? Asians do it. White people do it, Spanish people do it. So even, country people do it.
I'm saying that, but in that term, we don't usually, like, obviously you'll watch a movie, but we don't want to call the movie a white movie. Like, even though we've watched some movies, we don't necessarily, like, it has predominant white actors. It's just a movie. We don't necessarily call it a white movie. Like, oh, I'm about to go watch this white movie. You know what I'm trying to say?
Like, but I'll say this is good for a white movie.
I might have heard that before, you know what I'm trying to say? But other than that, people don't use the term, oh, let's go watch this white movie or that white movie. As I don't really hear that as a term.
When you said Black Panther, did you say let's go watch this black movie?
No.
When people watch Juice, they go, let's go watch that black movie? No, they don't say that. They say let's go watch. Black people usually call it by the name of the movie. The difference is when we are talking about numbers and placement, we then be like, okay, this was a great black movie. The same thing we do with white movies. I don't think we personally say I'm gonna go watch that predominantly black movie.
I think people do use that term. You'll hear the term more of, we gotta watch this black movie more. That's a term that, in terms of just talking about like movies in general, that's a term you will hear more often. Like, especially with black-led cast, oh, let's go watch this black movie. I think that's a term you will hear more often. Because it's like, black movies is also like is like also a genre in itself. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it has its own genre now.
To say it does harm, I don't think it does harm to it. I personally just don't see that it does harm to us saying that it's a predominantly black movie. That's something to be proud of, because for a long time we wasn't getting a full cast of black actors or actresses. We wasn't getting that. So for us to be proud and say, oh, this is this has an all black cast, or this is our movie, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I personally don't see how that's harmful.
She, and also part of her statement was, she basically said she feels like she says it believes that black movies could jeopardize the actors' range and longevity in the entertainment industry. I can see what you say. Basically, like, if you're known for just doing black movies, it might not. That's probably where they'll keep you. You know what I'm trying to say? That's like when other film companies or whatnot is looking to get movies or like roles. But they typecast people in general, you know what I'm trying to say? But I think she's been adding to the aspect that when you use that terms like that, it just adds more fuel to the typecasting. So it's like,
no offense to her dumbass, but you're gonna be typecast as a black actor and actress no matter what. So you always gonna have that in the back. You get what I'm saying? Whether we call them black movies or not, whether we say this is a predominantly Black movie or you've been in a lot of Black movies and all this other stuff. And to be honest, you shouldn't want to be doing those white ass movies anyways, because they're not gonna treat you fairly. They're not gonna treat you like how they would treat a white woman in most of these white movies. And if that's your goal, is to be in a bunch of white movies, then that's your goal. But a lot of Black actors and actresses stick to mostly Black movies. And Angela Bassett is one of the best actresses out there, but she does Black movies, predominantly Black movies, and her range in those Black movies is crazy. So I guess if you just have the talent, it doesn't matter if you do only Black movies. It's if you good, you're gonna shine. You get what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be harmful to you because
but overall,
you're not shining.
Overall, I'm just like reading like the whole thing. She just feels like it calling Black movie limits its like range. Like she feels like it just puts it in a box where it could
even if
celebrated as just like you should, like we said, like technically we don't really call white movies, and she's basically saying like for that same way is a movie that's universally known. She feels like the Black movies should be
but the movies that she's played in, John, no white person's gonna watch it.
Maybe.
Okay. Name a movie that she's in that a white person will watch it.
The white person will watch Friday. You said name one movie. I named one.
Okay.
It's a comedy, you know what I'm trying to say? That thing. She's been in a whole bunch of movies. I just can't think about all the movies off the top.
Best Man, she's not gonna be. That's not a predominantly white. Somebody who's white wouldn't watch that.
Maybe. I can't say a thing, but maybe, yeah. What else she's been in? Give me a second to. I can't think of all the movies she's been in.
I'm just saying her range of acting hasn't been that people would love to have her in white movies.
Oh, white people definitely watch Big Mama House.
If you say so.
Yes, it's comedy. Like when it comes to comedy, I think comedy is a genre that brings everybody to watch it. Everybody wants to enjoy comedy.
Okay. All I'm saying to you is that she hasn't done wide range movies where you can sit here and be like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't call this a Black. Like, it gears towards Black people.
Mm-hmm. But
Friday was geared towards Black people.
Yeah.
Big Mama's House was geared towards, I mean, it's comedy, but again, Black people.
Mm-hmm.
The Best Man was geared towards Black people.
Obviously, she's been in a good amount of movies where it was catered to Black people, yes. But that's just how she feels, you know. Obviously you disagree, but you know, overall,
yeah, I disagree.
I see. I'm just saying I see both sides of it. You know, she's just basically saying like this movie on a universal standpoint, she just wants certain movies like the movies she did to be, or Black movies in general to be appreciated for it just being a movie universally, than just being celebrated by a specific demographic of people. I think along lines where she's getting at, because obviously Black people are going to appreciate the Black movies. You know what I'm trying to say? Because, like you said, they're movies that's catered to them.
If you're looking for other people's appreciation, then you failed in what you are trying to accomplish.
I think it's not about like the appreciation of others. It's like she's basically saying like once you put like certain movies when you put in that box, it doesn't get the appreciation that it's supposed to get. You know what I'm trying to say?
It does. It gets the appreciation from the people in that box. And I understand what she's trying to say, John. But again, when you're trying to put it in other boxes when it wasn't meant for that box. And it's okay to say this was for Black people. This again, when white movies come out, we don't need to say that because we know who they're trying to target, who's their audience. We don't have to say it because if they appreciate it, they appreciate it. Again, if you're looking for appreciation from outside of that box, I don't think you're going to get it. And that's okay.
No, that's understandable, but I think it's just the whole thing of just putting it in the box. She'd rather it be out the box and enjoyable from others. She doesn't want it to be boxed in. But no, that's how she feels about it. You disagree. I see both points. You know, I see, you know, the point she's trying to make. I see the point you're making. Yeah, you know, yeah, I have your points. But no, it is what it is. And we're gonna transition. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, we have been talking about on this episode like a whole bunch of arrests and court and everything. But again, positive energy all 2023 to everyone. Positive 2023 all everyone. But now we're gonna talk about the social media star who I say like in the past. I can't put a window. I'll say I'm not gonna even say 6 months. I don't think it has been 6 months. I think it's been like a good solid 4 or maybe 5 months. He came out of nowhere like a storm. He was on all the algorithms. He was popping up in every videos, and he just kept popping up. And for those who don't know who I'm talking about Andrew Tate. He came like a storm, you know, but then he got canceled. Then he got, you know, his videos didn't pop up how they were popping up. But in recent news, he was just arrested in his country. Well, actually, he's American, but he just doesn't live here no more. He was arrested in Romania, where he resides at. But it's crazy how he ended up getting arrested. He basically used social media against him. So like he got into like a social media spat with what's that girl's name? Greta.
Yeah.
He got into a social media thing with her, and like in his response video, he had pizza from from the country Romania, and obviously the police watched the video and like, oh shit, he eating food from this country. Oh, he in the country. Let's go get him, and that's how he got caught. So basically, they used social media against him. But I'm not gonna lie, he came out of nowhere. He basically, like, he definitely, what I'll say, that lane that Kevin Samuels kind of had, you know, then Kevin Samuels ended up passing away.
Right.
I think Andrew Tate basically took that lane and, like,
yeah, he don't get no positivity for 2023.
He took that and like he accelerated that lane, like the lane that Kevin Samuels created. Listen, there's probably other people that have been doing this thing, but I'm just gonna go. No, I'm just saying in general. Like there's probably other people that will take credit or say I was doing this first or this person was known for it. I'm just saying based off how I viewed it, Kevin Samuels jump started it, and then other people followed suit. Like that lane that Kevin Samuels, that little niche lane Kevin Samuels created, and people follow suit. That's how I look at it.
But I feel like he didn't follow suit. I think he was disrespectful.
Listen, Kevin Samuels disrespected not all, but some he did.
But he was totally disrespectful. Like he was just on a different level, Johnny.
I seen certain shit. I feel like certain shit is where in certain clips that he does, he plays like a character. So it's like you could tell, like, certain videos, you could tell the difference of like what he actually believes and him playing the character, pushing the buttons because he knows people gonna click it and people gonna view it. Like, you could watch certain videos, you could tell like which videos like him talking or how when he's talking, or him playing the character and helping push his brand and getting more views and clicks. Has he said some crazy things? Yeah, but in terms of like in like overall disrespect, has he said more disrespectful things to Kevin Samuels? Honestly, I don't know, because you could go back and look certain videos. Kevin Samuels done said some shit to some people. It was like, damn.
I just feel like he's more disrespectful. That's how I feel about it. I don't know.
Honestly, I'm telling you, I don't know, because if you go back and look at some Kevin Samuels clips, he done said some shit to some people, But it's I don't know, but he's had his social media run. He ended up getting arrested. They apparently he's being investigated for claims of human trafficking. They said they're gonna hold him for 30 days. So he's basically gonna do a month while they do out the investigation. This is something that we can also follow and keep you updated on as more details come out and whatnot. But he had like a strong wave like the past couple of months, and it might. I'm not saying it is. It might be coming crashing down, depending on how this investigation goes and depending on what they do. But
I hope it does.
We'll follow and keep updated, and we'll let y'all know how it goes. But now we're on transition to an interesting topic. I know me and Bree probably gonna stand differently on this topic, but Billboard updated its 200 greatest singers. Them vocals, them singers. To me, when it comes to that, automatically, I think Whitney Houston is number one. My opinion. People may disagree. People may agree. I think when it comes to just singing, I'm not talking about nothing else, just vocals and singing, I think Whitney's number one. I think Whitney's number one. I think Mariah's top three. Bree, let me know, did you feel the list? Did you agree with the list? Or what issues did you have with the list?
I didn't have any issues with the list.
No, if you had any issues with the list. My bad. If you had any issues, but you said you had no issues. Okay.
I like the list. And I like the order of the list.
You don't think anything could have been switched?
Nope.
But also they had, I think it wasn't even straight females neither. It was
I feel like you have really problems. You have more issues with this list than I did.
Of course. I have issues. I told you who should have been number one.
I don't believe that, but okay. I mean.
Oh, my bad. I said Billboards. It's Rolling Stones. My bad.
Right.
Rolling Stones. I said Billboards. It's Rolling Stones. And it's mixed. It's mixed with females and males. So it's not like they separated, said 100 best female singers, 100 best male singers. They put all of them in together, mix them together. Yeah. They upgraded the top, but we're just gonna cover the top 10. There's some notable names that didn't make the overall 200 list, but we're just gonna cover the top 10. Aretha Franklin 1, Whitney 2, Sam Cooke 3, Billie Holiday 4, Mariah Carey 5, Ray Charles 6, Stevie Wonder 7, Beyonce 8, Otis Redding 9, Al Green 10.
I like it.
So overall, you think there's no placements or switcheroos that you think that should be switched with this list?
Nope. I like this. But actually, one of those lists that when you sent it, I was like, oh man, they're gonna try to play my girl. And then I looked at the list and I'm like, oh, this list is good.
But I think when it comes to singing, I think Whitney's number one. That's just my opinion. That's the one thing I'll probably debate. I think Whitney's number one.
You know, when I thought you were gonna say Michael Jackson's not on this, and I thought that's where you were gonna go with this, and I'm just like, I hope he doesn't go with that because Michael Jackson.
I think Mike Jack is on the list though.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy he's not top 10.
How you happy he's not top 10?
Because vocally, I don't think he's there with these people.
No, Mike could really sing. He was a better entertainer.
He was okay. He wasn't vocally with these
people. Some people, I don't know how you feel, but Celine Dion ain't make the list.
She could be top like 15.
But she didn't make the list at all.
Well,
out of 200, that's what I'm saying. Out of 200 people, they said she wasn't part of it. I'm looking at like the overall list. I'm just scrolling. Alicia Keys is 185.
Makes sense.
Jasmine Sullivan 182. Scissors 180.
Makes sense.
Scrolling. I'm just gonna name all like the notable names. Probably skipped a couple of names as I'm going down this list. Oh my man's my guy Mark Anthony made 167 on this list.
No.
You say that's bad? Like he should be high, or he shouldn't be on the list at all?
He shouldn't be on the list at all.
I think he could sing.
Your version of what singing is like is just Jesus. Take the wheel.
No, it's not that bad.
It is.
It's not. He could definitely sing.
You say so.
Scrolling down. Ooh.
I don't know. I like the order that this is in, the top 10. I don't think Mariah Carey should be top 3. I think that's over pushing it.
Nah.
But
Mariah vocal. We talking about vocally. Oh, Christina Aguilera is 141. Bono is 140. Lauryn Hill 136. Scrolling down. I'm just going right to it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I just don't see it as but that's just me.
Just scrolling. Ozzy Osbourne's 112. The Weeknd's 110. Scrolling down. Ooh. Yeah. Taylor Swift 102. Gladys Knight 101. Elton John 100. Bob Marley 98. Usher 97.
That's bad. Bob Marley 98. Usher 97.
Anita Baker 92.
That's not. I mean, that's kind of low. That's kind of low for her.
Selena 89.
Selena who? J-Lo version or Selena?
Selena, not J-Lo's. Well, the singer she played in the movie Selena. Diana Ross 87. Michael Jackson 86. Amy Whitehouse, 83. Steve Perry, 82. Scroll down, keep scrolling. D'Angelo, 75. Patti LaBelle, 74. Hector Lavoe, 73.
Okay.
Going down. Whoa, I'm in the 70s. Scrolling. Bear with us. Rihanna, 68.
Ooh,
Rihanna,
she should have been like 100 and something.
David Ruffin, 66.
Makes sense.
Going through the 60s, again through the 60s. Lady Gaga, 58. Barry White, 56. Tina Turner, 55.
Are you saying honorable mentions? Is this
No,
what you're doing?
this is the list. Sade.
No, but you're not naming everybody. But are you naming honorable mentions? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm just naming certain. When I see a certain name, like notable names, like I feel like
that's what I'm saying. Honorable mentions.
No, not as an honorable mention. I'm naming names where people may feel like that person should be higher. I'm just telling you what position that they have. It's like Sade is 51 on the list of 200. I don't know if some people might feel she should be higher or lower. So I'm just that's a notable. I'm just reading off the notable names as I scroll down the whole list. That's what I was doing. I wasn't like honorable mentions. But Sade is at 51. Toni Braxton, 48. James Brown, 44. Ariana Grande, 43. Teddy Pendergrass, 42. Aaliyah, 40. Louis Armstrong, 39. Curtis Mayfield, 38. Kurt Cobain, 36. Okay. David Bowie, 32. Luther Vandross, 31. Chaka Khan, 29. I'm about to crack that top. Dolly Parton, 27. Paul McCartney, 26. I'm up at got to 25. Mary J. Blige, 25. 23. Smokey Robinson. 22. Adele. 21. Nia Simone. 20. Marvin Gaye. 19. Frank Sinatra. 18. Celia Cruz. 17. Elvis Presley. 16. Prince. 15. Bob Dylan. I think I'm gonna just read I think every name that I'm about to read is gonna be notable, so might as well just do the 15 to 1. Well, not even 15 to 10 because we already set the 10. So Freddie Mercury at 14, John Lennon at 12, Little Richard at 11, and we already set the top 10. So out of any names that I just said, because I just scrolled through 200 to the thing, we already set the top 10 list before I even went down that rabbit hole. Any names I said you think should be higher or lower, or a good portion of the names was good where they was left.
A good portion was good where they left. But that's just my opinion. I just don't think certain people we've heard their range yet.
All I said, I didn't see no Chris Brown on their list. I didn't see no Trey Songz on that list. Shit. Listen, we may agree to disagree. Not even agree to disagree. He may have his troubles, but he's definitely a top 200 singer.
But he's not vocally good.
What are you talking about?
Trey.
No, I'm not talking about Trey. Somebody else wasn't on the list. But he's also in trouble with the law. Talking about R. Kelly. He's definitely a top 200 singer. He's definitely a top 200 singer, in my opinion.
They're not going to put him there, Johnny, but
obviously,
yes, I agree with that.
I'm saying he's definitely, vocally, he's probably, top 200 easy.
I agree with that.
know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, he has his trouble. I'm just talking about the artistry and the talent that he had. He was someone that
Right.
really could sing. Not talking about anything. I'm not trying to justify or promote him, but he was someone that really could sing, and we all heard his music. So it's not like we could just erase the music. We all heard it, you know?
Right.
We all heard it. Can't erase it. But I feel like he should be in the top 200. Easy. Like, no debate. But overall, you said you like the list. Certain people should be higher, in my opinion. Certain people I feel like should be higher. Should a couple of tweaks here and there, but doesn't matter. He was number 86, but he's still the overall GOAT. So Bree's okay. I know you're celebrating him at number 86, but he's still the GOAT. No matter where they put him at, they could put him at number 200, number 250. They could put him at 1,000,000. He's still gonna be the GOAT of the overall whole shebang. So, okay, Bree.
I guess if you say so.
Mhm. But now we are going to transition to our closing segment. It's 2023. We're going to just give you what we're looking forward to for 2023 or our New Year resolution. If we do a New Year, I don't really do New Year's resolutions. But you do New Year resolution?
No, I never follow through when I say I'm gonna do a New Year resolution.
All right, so we
Fuck that.
We just gonna fuck around and give you what we looking forward to in the year 2023. Bree, what you got?
Little Mermaid.
Okay, you're looking forward to the Little Mermaid. Anything else you're looking forward to in 2023?
Little Mermaid.
Bree is set in stone. She wants to see the Little Mermaid. Me, what I hope for 2023, what I want to see in 2023 is the growth of our channel, the C2 channel, and the growth of all our shows. ASO, OSA, Made in Melanin. Am I missing something? I might be missing something. I think that's our 3 reoccurring shows at the moment, but we do have other shows in the work. I feel like this was my wish for 2022, but as we continue to grow, it's still gonna be my wish till we are established and doing what we need to do. So what I want to see for 2023 is us take another good big leap in our growth of our overall channel, our shows, our programming and content. And again, positive energy to all people. I wish everyone a great 2023. With that being said, that's a wrap on a brand new episode of Another Shit Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we are out.